let's start memorizing the notes in the bass clef. In this lesson, we'll memorize 5 guide notes that will help us figure out all of the other notes. All of the notes we will memorize in this lesson will be either F or C. Let's start with memorizing bass F. Remember that another name for the bass clef is the F clef, because the 2 dots show us exactly which line is the F line. Notes on this line are F. There's one more place to find an F in the bass clef. Sitting just below the bottom line of the bass staff is also an F. Let's memorize these 2 Fs in the bass clef. One is on the line that goes right between the 2 dots of the F clef. The other sits in the space just below the bass staff. The other 3 guide notes we will memorize in this lesson are all Cs. The first C we'll learn is called middle C. We call it middle C because on the piano keyboard, you find it just about in the middle. In the bass clef, you'll find it up above the staff on its own special line called a ledger line. The next of our 3 C's to memorize likes to pretend that he is the 3rd dot of the bass clef. 3 rhymes with C, so hopefully this can help you remember to imagine this 3rd dot to find our next guide note C. Many musicians call this C bass C. Our final C is located way down below the bass staff. It's so far below the bass staff that we have to add 2 ledger lines to make it all the way down there. Let's call this note low C. Ready for a quick test? First, let's review. There are 2 Fs in the bass clef. Remember that the bass clef is also called the F clef because one of the Fs is on the line that goes right in between the 2 dots. The other F rests just below the bottom line of the bass staff. There are 3 C's to memorize here also. The first one, called middle C, is up above the staff on one ledger line. The second C, or bass C, is in the space where we would find the 3rd dot of the bass clef, if there were one. And finally is low C, way down 2 ledger lines below the staff. Okay, now let's take that quiz. We'll see if you are paying attention. Tell me quick, what note is this? That's C. It's bass C. And how about this note? That's another C. This time, it's middle C. Next, what note is this? Yes, that one is F. It's right on the F line. And this one? Way down there, 2 ledger lines down below the bass staff, it must be low C. That leaves only this one. That's our other F, sitting in the space right below the bass staff. There you have it, the 5 bass clef guide notes. Memorize these 5 notes so that you can recognize them without having to stop and think about it. Then we can move on to the next lessons, where we use these guide notes to help us learn and eventually memorize all of the other notes in the bass clef. Looking for a fun way to practice learning your music notes? Flash Note Derby is an app for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch that can help. Simply select the notes that you wish to work on memorizing, and it's off to the races.
Answering correctly pushes your horse forward to the finish line, while wrong answers send you backwards. Afterwards, you can review the notes that you missed and try again. Memorizing notes is boring, but horse races are exciting. Start enjoying your music studies more and get Flash Note Derby today. Available from the App Store or visit learnmynotes.com for more information.